Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to show you how to do this silver golden halo eye look with a pink base. If you're interested to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So we're going to begin by using our Maybelline illuminating primer. I'm going to use that to prime her skin, and I'm going to spread that using this flat bristle brush that I got off Amazon, and I'm going to spread that evenly all across her skin. This is going to help us have a very glowy base for our foundation. Then before we go in with our foundation, I will color correct her dark circles and her darkness on her skin using my LA Pro Girl concealer in orange, and I'm going to use that to color correct or cancel out the darkness like I said before. And I'm going to spread that under her eye area, on her eyelids, around her mouth region as well, where I see a little bit darkness in her skin. This is going to basically make the foundation have an even finish. Now I'm going in with my Dirty Works brow powder in dark brown to fill in her brows. Then I'm using my Wet n Wild foundation in caramel and soft beige. I'm mixing both the shades together to attain her perfect skin tone, and I'm gonna spread that all across her skin using the same flat bristle brush that I used for my primer, and I'm just gonna work this foundation into her skin. And here it does look like I'm applying a lot of foundation and it looks pretty cakey as of now, but you don't have to worry with that because this foundation really does thin out as you keep blending it. So right now it looks like I'm applying a lot of product, but as soon as I start blending it, you will see how it starts to have a skin-like finish and it won't look heavy on the face. So now I'm going in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to use that to press the foundation into her skin, and this will make sure that it does not look cakey and it has a very natural skin-like finish, as natural a medium coverage foundation can look on the skin. Now I'm basically using the same foundation, and I'm going to use that to carve out her brows from beneath and the top portion as well. This is basically going to give us a lot more cleaner end result with her brows. Before I used to never do this step, and now since I started doing it, like, it really does make a huge difference. So you should, if you don't already do this, like, definitely incorporate this step into your makeup routine. And I basically cover her eyelids using the same foundation shade as well. So now I have a clean flat base to work on for my further makeup look. Then I use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in, I think, the shade 20 it is, or 22, and I basically spread that all across her lower eye region. And I use my concealer buffing brush that I again got off Amazon, and I basically blend the concealer into her skin as much as I can. This brush basically helps a lot more in the concealer blending portion because it does, reach places the blender would not usually, do a good job at. And I'm also covering her eyelids using the same concealer now for a lot more, as like a prime base for our eyeshadow. Now before I go into her eyes, I would finish her face makeup. So I am contouring her face using my Wet n Wild powder contouring palette from the contouring palette, and I'm also contouring her nose with it. Then I'm using the banana powder from the same palette to bake under her eyes. And now we're gonna finally start with the eye process. So I'm using this very light brown shade as the eye base. Then I'm going in with this pink shade, which I'm gonna apply across her eyelids. I'm working it mostly on the crease area though, not completely on the center of the eyelid. So I'm focusing it on the crease area, and I'm just gonna blend it in and work that shadow into her crease. And I'm going into circular swiping motions, so it helps in the blending. Then I'm going in with this darker maroon shade, and I'm focusing that mainly on a little bit beneath the first shadow, but on the crease area as well. Then I'm cutting her half center crease using my flat brush that I again got off Amazon. This brush is amazing for cutting crease because it has such a flat tip on the top part, so it really helps you get a really sharp, crisp edges to your crease. So I'm basically going to spread that in the areas I want the crease to be at. Then I'm going to repeat the same step there. I'm making her look at me when I'm cutting the crease, so I know where her crease naturally needs to end. And you see the small line it formed naturally over there from the concealer, and I'm just going to basically connect the dots and make that her ending point for her crease. Now I'm going in with my concealer buffing brush. I'm going to tap the concealer on the eyelids for it to get tacky for the eyeshadow that we're going to place on top of it now. And I'm using my silverish shimmer shadow from the Modern Renaissance palette. Then I'm going in with a golden shimmer on the outer parts of the shimmery center. Then I'm also gonna blend the outer pink portion with the center part, so this looks a lot, the transition of the color is a lot more smoother and easy and appealing to the eye. So I'm basically blending the edges, softening the corners of this eye look, making sure I take my time with it. Then I'm applying my white glitter from my Miss Cos palette. It's a glitter, pressed glitter palette. It's really good. You can get it off Amazon as well. This basically helped give my shadow look a lot more pop of, you know, glitter, and it just like looked a lot more lively compared to how it looked before. Then I basically brush off the excess glitter fallout that we had on her face, and I'm using my the same brush I applied the banana powder from. Then I'm gonna smoke out her lower eye area with the same pinkish color that I used on her eyelid, and I'm gonna work that close to her waterline, but a little smoked out comparatively. Then I'm using the dark maroon shade that I applied lower to her first shadow, and I'm going to apply this very close to the waterline, so it looks like a transition of color from that to the orangish pinky tone. Then I'm applying this black eyeshadow using a flat brush in her waterline. I don't like using pencils or kajuls on my clients because it like terrifies me as well as them, so this one like works equally as well, and it like does the job, so like it's good, you know. I'm coating her eyelashes with mascara right now. I'm using the Maybelline mascara, I don't know the name. Now I'm going in and applying my falsies, which is from the brand Kiss. They're really good. They look so fluttery and so like nice on the eyes, and they suit her face so well. And here I'm just doing the lash application process. This takes time. You need to be patient when you're applying this. Now until the lash is drying, I'm gonna go in and finish her base makeup. So we're applying my e.l.f. Cosmetics blush, and I'm applying my Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Pearls all across the high points on her face, which is her cheekbones, her nose, as well as her chin area. Then I'm gonna merge her natural lashes with the false lashes. So here I'm basically applying a thin coat of mascara on top of the false lashes that we applied, and I'm using the lash applicator on top to like get a better grip. Now I'm using my angled brush, and I'm gonna use that and apply a black eyeshadow on her inner corners for the lash band to not look awkward on the eye. Then I'm wiping up her lips using makeup remover and a tissue to have a clean base for my lipstick, which I'm applying right now. This is Huda Beauty as well, and I'm gonna apply this all. I'm gonna first outline her lips using the same shade we're gonna fill her lips with, and this is just gonna give me a lot more better, you know, place to work in a little canvas of my own on the lips, so it's easier for me to fill it in. So I'm just gonna fill in the lips using a really flat small brush. So this just gives me a lot more control on my hand motions that I'm doing here. This shade, it's like so beautiful, so stunning. Like I love that shade. Now I'm basically applying a thin coat of mascara under her lower lashes as well. This mascara is by Wet n Wild. It's perfect for lower lashes. So this is how the final result looked. I'm in love with the eye makeup. Like it's so stunning, next level. And this was her reaction.
Wow! Wow! Beautiful, yeah?
You like it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So she basically wanted me to outline or overline her lips a slightly more, so that's what I'm doing here. And she wanted me to like make the lower lip a lot more, you know, defined. So I'm working here on that.
I've never seen myself like this. Beautiful.
So this was the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.